Hello. Welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I am dressed like it is 1972. I don't know, it's like a mixture of the 70s and the 60s. And you may be wondering, why am I dressed like this? Because I've always had an infatuation with the 70s and the 60s. Just the fashion, the ads, things like that. And I don't get an opportunity to really dress like it or show my appreciation. I just want to say thank you so much to all my friends who put a question or just like interacted with it at all, and I showed a lot of support for this little YouTube channel. That means literally the world to me. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have all the questions on my iPad right here. The first question is, am I secretly Jamaican? No, I am not. I think Jamaica is awesome and I love their voices. I love the way they sound. It's so distinct. I don't know, it's like Creole accents to me. I think they're both really fascinating and beautiful, and if I were to talk to somebody like that, I would just be like, your accent is so cool. I really do like accents in general. Like people with a French accent, they just sound so like posh. Like if someone had a French accent and was like, I'm better than you, I'd be like, and you are, and I believe you. I'm not Jamaican, but I appreciate Jamaicans. Someone said Minion or the Bob for today. I appreciate Minions, but I will always be a SpongeBob girl. I love SpongeBob. I have some SpongeBob stickers down here on my wall. Even to this day, like I'll binge watch some SpongeBob. Like on YouTube, sometimes they'll have compilation episodes of SpongeBob, and I will get a plate of food and I will devour it whilst watching SpongeBob. Yeah, and I feel like if you were a SpongeBob kid, you also developed a certain type of humor. SpongeBob is like, he never dies. Like he was gonna continue to be socially, he's gonna continue to be significant. I think because of the memes, like meme culture, like a lot of the stills are used all the time in memes and stuff like that, so I could see him living forever. We love SpongeBob. One of my friends said, girl, you so busy, how you have time for YouTube? Okay, that's a really good question because I do work 2 jobs and I do really like to hang out with my friends. And honestly, I don't know. I find little pockets of time, but it does not just for YouTube specifically because this is something new, but like for hanging out with friends and finding time for myself, I can feel it starting to get a little bit more difficult. So I actually don't know. It is something that I look forward to. I have like a lot of ideas of videos I want to make. Whenever I think about getting off work and like, oh, I'm gonna record this YouTube video, like I literally thought that way about this one. So I feel like as long as I stay motivated and excited about it, I'll find the time. And hopefully that lasts for a long time because I feel like it's really fun to make videos. Someone said Quirky Sphinx cat or playful corgi. I am scared to say this. I don't really like dogs. I'm not a huge dog person. I get a little overwhelmed, especially with really hyperactive dogs. I'm not scared, but I do get overwhelmed, and I have a thing about like spit and saliva, like animals. It's hard for me to get past, but like I can appreciate a calm little puppy, like I can appreciate that. But I am a really big cat person. I love cats as long as they're not like evil, because some cats are evil, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm a cat person, but I can sit here and say not every cat is a sweetie pie. Like if your cat is evil, it's just evil. You can love him from a distance, but like that's an evil cat. And if I had a cat and it turned out to be evil, I would still love them from a distance because I agreed to be an owner, and I'm not gonna like rehome my cat just because it won't let me cuddle it, but like hopefully in the future when I get a cat, it does let me do that because I do want to cuddle a cat. My biggest regret or fear, so I'll answer that in like 2. So like some of my regrets, not sticking with any sort of athletic escape or any sort of athletic extracurricular as a kid. I used to do gymnastics. I would have loved to stick to gymnastics. Even as an adult, I'm like interested in like adult gymnastics classes. Also, I feel like a lot of these have to do with health, like smoking. I do partake in nicotine, and it's not something I'm proud of, and it's something I wish every day I could have gone back and just like smacked out of my hand, because it's an addiction and it's not good for you. And I do feel my body, like sometimes I feel weak, and I'm only 21, so it's like, why do I feel weak at 21? I have some regrets as far as like But I have done a lot of stupid things. I've said a lot of stupid shit. I've done a lot of stupid shit. And some of it I regret, some of it I don't, because I feel like a lot of it is just like shaping who you are. Like, you can't be embarrassed by everything. You can't crawl in a hole about every little thing. I used to get really hung up on like interactions. I would be like, was what I just said weird? Is that person gonna hate me? It's just anxiety, honestly, but I don't even know how I got here. But I, like everybody says, I try not to regret, but I can recognize when I had more potential or I didn't make the right choice. What do I want people's perception of me to be? That is a really, really good question. I feel like I would just want people's perception of me to be like just a girl who likes to share her interests, likes hanging out with her friends. I'd like to be appreciated for like my wit, maybe I don't expect anybody to think I'm cool or expect anyone to think I'm anything, I guess. It's really hard to answer this question because I don't really expect anything from anyone. So I don't expect people to like me and I don't expect people to understand me. Not that I'm like a giant puzzle piece, like no, or giant puzzle. I guess I just want people's perception of me to be a eclectic girl who is making videos, and hopefully people share my humor and share my interests. And yeah, I feel like, yeah. Okay, what is my character build on Roblox? So this is a great question. I'm gonna put a picture right here of my Roblox character. It's a little chibi girl and she has like 2 poofs in her hair and a little shirt. When I was playing, I didn't know this shirt had any sort of significance to any show or anything like that, but then this guy was in the chat and was like, is that a something shirt? And I was like, what? And apparently it's from like a show or an anime. And then I also have an AK-47 on my back. I think that's what that is. I'm not well versed in guns actually, but that's what it looks like. So yeah. Do I think pickles should be fried and do I think peanuts should be boiled? Absolutely. Absolutely, every single time. Well, not every single time, but like absolutely. I am born and raised in the South. I live in the South. Anytime a gas station has like the boiled peanut stand, I'm getting a cup of Cajun. They're so good. They're so like my mouth is watering thinking about them. They're so good. And pickles should be fried. Me and my sister, actually, my dad would have cookouts. Me and my sister would get a jar of pickles, some flour, and we would we would fry pickles together, and that's a really cute memory that her and I have together. Wait, I just realized I never finished that other question where it said my greatest fear. My biggest fear, would maybe be going insane, but genuinely insane to where I can't recognize anything or anyone and I'm almost in a catatonic state and nobody can get through to me and I'm just insane and I don't even recognize myself anymore. That's one of my biggest fears in a realistic way, but in a more lighthearted answer, I would say I'm really afraid of getting a parasite, eating bad food and getting a parasite or a tapeworm. Woo! If I got a tapeworm, I think I'd myself. Seriously, I can't do that. I can't live like that. Even hearing them say we're gonna put you to sleep, take the tapeworm out, put me to sleep forever. I'm not doing it. I can't survive. I cannot live knowing I had a tapeworm. That's my biggest fear. Ethnicity. What are some things you are proud of in your ethnicity? So I am biracial. I am Black and Mexican. And what are some things I'm proud of? If I'm being honest, how safe is this space? I have never really felt genuinely connected to either of my cultures. I don't want to say genuine, but fully, completely enveloped in either of my cultures. Some people are just they have their feet so planted on the floor, this is my culture, this is who I am. For me, it's a little bit different. I've always been too Mexican for Black people or too Black for Mexicans, so it's just there's really no nook or cranny for you to lay in and feel connected. You kind of have to scratch a hole, open it, try and hey, hey, I'm here. But there are things that I'm proud of. Black culture, I love our music. I love hip hop, all types of stuff like that. I love our food, soul food so much. My Nana, she makes such good, what is it called? Banana pudding. And every Thanksgiving we have, Black Thanksgiving. So it's soul food, the whole 9 yards, yams, cranberries, mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese, not Belvita, baked mac and cheese. My mom makes it every year. Sweet potato pie every year. It's so good. Our food, I'm really, really proud of. But yeah, I'd say music and food. And I would also say the same exact thing for my Mexican side. Same level of love, just so good. And that's why holidays are my favorite, because I get both. I get 2 big Tupperwares of both. And music, really great music as well. I really love cumbia. It's sometimes polarizing being both, but I mean, it's the best of both worlds and sometimes the worst of both worlds, I guess I could say, because you just don't really feel accepted by either. I embrace both as much as I can. Yanny or Laurel? So when I first heard that audio, I immediately heard Laurel. I'm not sure why, but literally as I listen to it, I can like hear both. Like I hear both words. So I don't know. Probably Laurel though, since in my memory, that's the one I remember hearing first and being like, how are you guys hearing Yanny? And then I changed my perspective and I could hear it. So I don't know. My favorite shoe, if we're talking about my shoes that I have in my room, I have so many shoes, guys. I guess I'll say my current favorites. These are my tennis shoes. They're the Skechers Retros, very fitting. And they say Skechers at the bottom. I thrifted these. They're falling apart. The back of this one is talking. That goes for most of my shoes. I like to thrift my shoes. A recent purchase that I'm really excited to wear this summer. They're like these like wood bongos. They're so cute. Now these are like my iconic winter shoes. Like I wore these every freaking day, and when I show you, you're gonna know. Like, y'all. And I'm not getting rid of them because I'm going to find a way to fix them. Either I'm going to call a leather cobbler or who I need to talk to get these fixed and back. It doesn't have to be like pristine condition, but just a condition I can work with, because I can't work with this. Advice to heal from a demonic man. Always keep your head above water. If you know he's demonic, do not empathize. We don't empathize with demons. That's all I gotta say. How are you so lovely? I didn't put this myself. One of my friends put this, okay? And thank you. I'll put this as like, how am I the way I am? A lot of influence from my parents. They really did like shape me. I didn't really diverge very much, especially from my dad. My dad and I are very similar in our tastes and stuff. So yeah, I would say through my parents. Would I rather be reborn as an immortal psychic pickle or as a time-traveling worm? Immortal psychic pickle. Because one, I live forever, which depending on how life is as a pickle is kind of a downside, but we'll see. And I'm also psychic, so I can like read people's minds. So I guess I wouldn't be bored. It would be a lifetime of just knowing everything. Worst movie I've ever seen. That's hard. It's not hard to impress me with movies, and I know that like that's kind of a silly thing to say, but like honestly, any Netflix horror movie, especially if it's made by Netflix, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Anything with a very predictable ending, or like that, anything that's so unoriginal, I'm just like not gonna be a fan. And that's just the truth. What is the most sentimental thing I own? I have a lot of sentimental things in my room and in my possession, but something that comes to mind is actually a drawing that my coworker got for me for Christmas, and I'll put a picture of it right here. It's me as a Nana character, and if you know me, I'm a big fan of Nana and that whole universe. So to instead of just having to imagine myself in it, to have a physical is so like, and it was so like, I mentioned it like a few times, and like she just held on to it and remembered it, and it really meant a lot to me. So I would say that is probably the most sentimental thing I own right now. And obviously like pictures, like baby pictures, me and my family, things like that, little notes that my friends have written to me, you know, throughout the years, very sentimental to me. Okay, I have to go take my mom to go get some fast food, but I'll be back and we'll talk more. You miss Dairy Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back. I was eating Chili's with my mom and watching Jersey Shore, and as I was watching Jersey Shore, I started to realize that my hair looks a lot like Snooki's, and I kind of just have to continue on with this video knowing that I kind of have Snooki's hair right now. Anyway, okay, the next question is, What celebrity do I think would taste good? I have to say Ariana Grande. She looks like she would taste really good. Wait, I mean like taste as in like if you turn them into a candy. I just want to make that clear. So yeah, Ariana Grande, I feel like she would, as a candy, would taste like marshmallow and strawberry. Then it's a follow-up question, and it says, what celebrity do I think would taste nasty? Probably Jack Black. Maybe he's just on the forefront of my mind because of the Minecraft movie, but I feel like he wouldn't taste very good at all. It's kind of fun because, like, why would you eat the Jack Black candy? But I feel like he would not taste good. The next question is, what's my philosophy? I guess I have a few, or maybe I'm not understanding the word philosophy. I have a few things that have been said or I've heard that resonate a lot with me and apply a lot to my life. If you wouldn't do it in front of them, don't do it behind their back. Also, if you wouldn't say it in front of them, don't say it behind their back. Don't shit where you sleep. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Also, careful what you wish for. I have a question that says, how do I feel about teapots? I really love teapots. I feel like we don't use teapots enough. I would love to throw a tea party. Like, that would be so fun. And get all my friends together and have like a fun little like tea party. Yeah, I think teapots are really cute and more people should use them. I should get a tea set. My favorite niche snack. Okay, I actually have an empty container. This pistachio spread is so good. Like, I cleared this hoe out. It's gone. Why did I have that sitting in my room? That is my business. But no, this stuff, oh my god, it even smells good. Like, oh my god, it's like peanut butter Nutella. And it's so good. I can eat spoonfuls of it. I put it on bread. I've also put it in granola. I love anything pistachio, like pistachio lattes, pistachio, even like pistachio perfumes at Urban Outfitters. I've never bought it, but I smell it every time I walk by it. It's like this pistachio macaron perfume that's really smells really great. Another snack that I really like is, my friend just put me on to these, but they're these Trader Joe's passion fruit rounds. They're like dried passion fruit slices and they are so good. They literally taste artificial, but like on the package it says it's not artificial. Maybe I shouldn't trust that, but that's just what it says. And they're really like leathery too, but like not in a way that's like hard to chew. They have like a snap. Those are really good too though. I honestly love trying new snacks and trying new foods. My dad used to buy this snack box for me and my sister, like around the world snack box. We would try different snacks from like different countries and stuff. And there was one from Switzerland, Japan, just so many different countries, and it was like a box like yay big. You could choose like the sizes you wanted to do. Super fun way to like try different snacks. Anything like mango flavored, I'm obsessed with. I'm actually allergic to mangoes, like raw mango. Like if I were to get a raw mango and peel it and take a bite, I would get an allergic reaction around my mouth. But artificial mango, mango drinks, mango smoothies should be fine. For the most part, it's fine. The next question says, what artists do I feel are underrated right now? There's this punk band that I'm a really big fan of called Pat and the Pissers. They are so freaking good. America's Dream is such a great album. Freaks is probably my favorite from the album. And just threw my iPad. I've seen them in concert twice. They came to my city. The frontman, I guess his name is Pat, he crowd surfed. And as he was crowd surfing, the intro to Freaks played. Oh my god, I literally was like transcended into heaven because like I was literally helping hold this guy up and like it was like anyways, go listen to Freaks by Pat and the Pissers. They're a really good band. Aha, found it. This is their little tape I got from their concert. Also Starcrawler, and I'm not just saying this because I'm obsessed with Arrow de Wild, okay? Starcrawler makes really great music. I don't listen to them super often, but they're really talented and their front woman is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with her. So go listen to some Starcrawler. I saw her also live, but it was actually at a private show. It wasn't really private, but it was a very small show compared to what they normally do. And it was at a record shop in my city. And my dad texted me about it. And you had to wake up at like 10 p.m. to get there. It was like called Wake Up with Starcrawler. We get there, there's maybe like 10 people. And most of them look like they just kind of strolled in from the street. And I was over there like, I am literally, I'm just damn near in front of Arrow de Wild. If I have a picture, I'll put it. But like, insane. And then I had to leave and come back to go pick up my dad because like I think my sister took his car, and like I was like, okay, we have to hurry. We get back, show's over, Arrow to Wild, nowhere to be found. Oh my god, I still think about it to this day. I could have met Arrow to Wild, seriously. It's okay. We win some, we lose some. I think that's what I got as far as music. And someone said, what made you want to start a YouTube channel and what will you be doing on it? What made me want to start it is I just have a lot to say, okay? And I have a lot that I want to show. And I want reasons to like dress up like this. Like I know you don't need a YouTube channel for that, but it's just fun to share. I feel like I have a lot to share and a lot that I want to show. I've always been the type of person that's like, look, isn't this cool, you know? And it's honestly fun for me to like go back, because I have a video on here from years ago when I was maybe like 15. It's just fun to like look and see what I was doing, what I was saying, a little time capsule for me. And I have a lot of great, I don't know, they're my ideas, but I don't know if they're great ideas. What kind of videos I want to do? I'll share some. Not all of them, but I'll share some. I've been watching a lot of Doki Doki Literature Club playthroughs, and I'm not an anime person. I don't watch anime. I only watch 2 animes, Nana and Paradise Kiss, and that's really all I'm interested in. Doki Doki Literature Club is like an anime style, like click story game, but it's horror. A character on there makes these cupcakes that always sounded so delicious to me the way they were described. They're these little chocolate cupcakes with frosting and then little chocolate chips, and it's in the shape of a cat basically. And I want to dress up like a Doki Doki Literature Club character while I attempt to bake these cupcakes. So that's one of the ideas that I had. I also wanted to do a video where I rank, like do a Red Bull tier list, because I'm a big fan of Red Bull Original. I ventured out with like 1 or 2 flavors and I had very strong opinions. So I was like, I can make this into a video. So I was gonna like week by week try a different Red Bull flavor. And then I had another idea where I buy all the materials to do a cranial nerve exam. So I buy like an ophthalmoscope, and I buy like a stethoscope and everything, and I like basically play doctor on all my friends. I don't know, I feel like it'd be funny. And also I get to check the health of my friends. I know an issue when I see one. Someone said, how many years do you think we have left? By we, I'm gonna assume you mean like the entire population. I mean, whatever that countdown says, I believe that. I think very soon, from the beginning of time to now, that chunk of time, we have less than that. I don't think it's gonna happen like within the next like 10 years, maybe not even 100 years, but I do think the human race is going to die out. That's just me theorizing, I don't know. I think once we're gone, the earth will heal and it'll rebuild itself, of course. The next question is, who's somebody you tear up just thinking about their death? Why do we do that? But honestly, any of my friends and family, if I think about it hard enough, like I might lose it a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like that would, you know, that's absolutely devastating to think about. But as far as anyone not my friends and family, the only person I've cried about that wasn't like a family member when they died was Kim Shoddock. She's the lead singer of one of my favorite bands, The Muffs. She died literally like less than a year after I discovered their music, and their music really changed me. It changed my music taste and like had me tap into things that I wouldn't have known before, and it was really a gateway album and artist for me. So that was really, really, really disappointing because I was really obsessed, and I have a little vinyl in my room from them. That was a celebrity that I cried whenever they died. Someone who's still alive that I would cry, Erin Parsons. I love that woman. She is creating a museum of makeup. She's obsessed with vintage just like I am, and her videos are so informative, and she's so well spoken. Like, she's very passionate, and I think if she were to die, it would be such a loss in the niche community that she's in. She also is just like a vault of knowledge, and I know she's building a museum right now, so I feel like she hasn't gotten the opportunity to really like nail that knowledge down. She hasn't had a chance yet to immortalize what she's learned and stuff. So I feel like if anything were to happen to her, it would just be such a loss to the vintage makeup community, to the makeup community, because she is a celebrity makeup artist. It would just be a huge loss. I'm very glad that she's still with us, of course, and that she's able to make content and, you know, share her talent, share her knowledge. Next question. Aliens land. You gotta explain Earth with 5 things in your phone. What is it? I actually have no idea what the I would show them. I would show them Safari. I'd probably look up aliens and I'd be like, this is what we thought you guys looked like. And they'd probably be really offended and I probably would apologize. And then I would show them Snapchat filters, and then I would show them Reels, I would show them TikToks, and then they'd probably say that we're not worth conquering, that they don't want any parts of this, and they would probably leave. Next question. Hobbies. Hobbies you want to do in the future, hobbies you do now, and hobbies you dropped. Hobbies I want to do in the future, I do want to get back into gymnastics. I've been thinking about like doing an adult tumbling class or something like that. Also like restoration. I've been wanting to like restore like some shoes, like you know the shoes I had. Another hobby I'd want to get into the future would be cars, but not like modern cars. I like older classic cars. I wouldn't mind like maybe, I don't know if I could really get in there and get my hands dirty. I wouldn't mind being a receptionist at like a custom car shop and like watching all the cars go in and out and like observing the work. That would be really fun. I've binge watched all the car shows on Netflix, like Rust Valley Restorers, Gotham Garage, and there was another one. That's all I can remember, but I'm pretty sure there was another one. I honestly haven't had a lot of time for hobbies, but I do have a pole in my room, like a dancer's pole, and I like to spin on that every now and then, like play around on it. So that's like something fun I can kind of do at the drop of a hat in my room, like just like wee, like have some fun. And hobbies that I dropped. Okay, so I used to do oil painting. I was pretty good at it, like for my age, honestly. But I didn't stick with it for one reason or another. I just didn't. I would love to get back into it, so oil painting is something that I also look forward to in the future. Oh, I also used to sing when I was younger. I was in my talent show. I don't sing anymore. It's just not what I'm passionate about, and I don't really like to. Not for crowds, like I wouldn't do it for a crowd or anything. Okay, the last question says, favorite artist of all time. That is a really hard question. I have so many favorite artists. I guess I'll say my current favorite artists right now. I'm really into the Marias. I've been really into Air, their album for the Virgin Suicides, and then they also have a song called Sexy Boy that's really cute. It reminds me of like if I had like a really fast car, like just zooming down, like listening to that. I've also been really into the Bee Gees, if you couldn't tell. I was listening to Night Fever with my coworker today, and we were both like boogieing down. So I'd say those are my three favorite right now, but they're not my favorite of all time. But I cannot pick that. That is just that would be so hard. But I know some people have them, and I admire your loyalty. But I'm too all over the place. But yeah, I also wanted to take a second to show my bookshelf. This is my bookshelf. You can't really see all of it, but like this is my Hello Kitty collection, this is my Lala Loopsy collection, and this is my Bratz collection. And I also have some Monster High dolls way down here. You can't really see them. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly give like a little bookshelf tour. And I also have other random things, like they're not all specifically like for that brand. Like even though up here is Lala Loopsy, I have some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, some discontinued Skill-Animals Target things, and I also have some Hello Kitty mints. Oh, there's stars. Those are really chalky. In this little box, I have some of my baby teeth and some of my adult teeth. This one is from when I had braces. This one's actually a dog tooth. From one of my dad's dogs. I had to be super gentle with this tooth because it's one of my baby teeth. It even came in the little tooth that they give you when you're in school, because I was in, I don't remember what grade, but I was really young. Because look how little this tooth is. This is a scorpion pendant. I don't know why this is in here. So this is my little like tooth box, and it has like little cherubs on the top. I also have some vintage strawberry shortcake dolls. Isn't she precious? And she's got green eyes. Anyways, that is all the questions that I got. Thank you so much again to everyone who responded and took time to like think of something and put it down. That I appreciate so much. Okay, I have to stop. But once again, thank you so much for watching, And let me know if you guys have any video ideas, and I will see you next time. Bye.